Welcome to Wise Beyond Bitcoin, where you come for education, analysis, and opportunities in blockchain and cryptocurrency. My name is Lucas.
And my name is Ryan.
Of course, if you like to support the channel, hit the like button, hit the notification bell, and we like to keep you up-to-date information on the market news, what's going on in the world, and how it affects your blockchain crypto portfolio investments and your interest in what's going on in the world. And we've got some really big news, actually kind of a theme that we've been talking about for quite some time. I feel like this is vindicating a position that many people in blockchain and crypto have had. You found this article not that long ago, and what's the big?
Yeah, well, it's just another example of how big money institutional players are warming up to the idea of digital assets and cryptocurrency. So this one's about Bank of America, and they have a new report titled Digital Assets Primer, Only the First Inning. And to basically put a neat title on this, or a summary, the quote is that they see the transformative potential of crypto and blockchain difficult to overstate. And it's a very bullish article coming from a legacy institution who's, Bank of America has been around for a long time. And when you think about disruption and innovation, you always think, well, the established players are the very last ones to want to see something disruptive, be adopted. But in this case, the opposite's happening, and you're seeing the big players, after being very dismissive of blockchain and crypto in the initial years, they really adopted it and become cheerleaders for it. And as it's matured, and as the value has become kind of almost impossible to ignore. And this report, I guess, would be a good summary of their position on what they think is coming in the future, and what this new innovative space could mean for finance, and in which they're intimately intertwined with. So it's important for them to be abreast of what's changing, what the future landscape is going to be. And this is very bullish. What are your thoughts?
We'll link this article below. Obviously, this is not financial advice. This is just educational information. We just share our perspectives and understanding, and that's it. Edutainment, as many people say. Now, it looks to me like the
well, here's a big stat that jumps out. I don't want to interrupt you. Go ahead.
No, I was just going to say that a bulk of what they're showing are these metrics to show how quickly the digital asset market is growing. They're saying just that right now it's ballooned to $2.1 trillion currently. And notice they don't say Bitcoin. Bank of America doesn't say Bitcoin, or they say digital assets. So for people who are just now learning about crypto, this is the beginning. Literally just now, you're hearing legacy institutions releasing studies where they're recognizing, and of course, Bank of America, they're not just recognizing the value, they're saying it's the potential is difficult to overstate, which is
right.
That's
a bold statement.
It's a bold statement, but it's the bulk of what we like to share and what many other ambassadors of blockchain like to share, because this is bigger than just money. I mean, we're talking about IDs, we're talking NFTs, right, titles. There's so much that can be used for the blockchain, and digital assets represent utility. They represent different sectors of these markets.
Yeah, and I would go and say, take a look at this statistic where it's in the article, mentions that venture capital funding jumped to 17 billion the first half of 2021 compared to just 5.5 billion the whole of last year. So, I mean, that's showing you that, the venture capital, that's just obvious, oftentimes referred to as, kind of smart money, that they're diving into this space, and in a big way. And then mergers and acquisitions, they also have a statistic on that's jumped up to 4.2 billion this year, up from 940 million last year, and 2.5 billion, billion in 2019. So, I mean, you're looking at large amounts of institutional money moving into a space that up till recently was being described as, being dead, or being just a place for drug deals and dark web transactions and money laundering. It was very much dismissed. And now you're seeing established institutions either in it or planning to get in it, or in some way looking to offer a way for their customers to have exposure, whether it's Cash App or Visa or Bank of America or Goldman Sachs, or I mean, there's futures that are traded. So it's become establishment is the point, and it's no longer just this radical place for for financial pirates to play with their funny money. This is actually legitimate finance now.
Right, and that's made even more clear in the article where they say it's a step closer to the end of their Wild West days, referring to the oversight that's coming from the Security and Exchange Chair Gary Gensler.
Right.
And it's also Bank of America. What they say, the risk, the near-term risk is regulation. They say regulatory uncertainty is the largest near-term risk, but that regulation may drive increased investor participation over the long term once the rules of the road for digital assets are established, that's basically the sentiment that people are getting, that it's FUD when you hear about regulation or different governments, talking about how they're going to allow or incorporate digital assets or blockchain. At the end of the day, it's a technology that's not going away. The question is how are we going to fit it into the current mold?
Yeah.
Infrastructure.
Yeah, and the market hates uncertainty. So as soon as those rules of the game are established, yeah, I think that's true, that there'll be some investors who are on the sidelines just kind of waiting for tax guidance, regulatory guidance on what stable coins, how those are treated, whether something's a security or a commodity, and all of the rules with that whole deal. I think, that once that's established, there's a lot more institutional money that's sitting there waiting to make a play.
Well, this is a great article. I think this about sums it up, brother. This is awesome. I mean, this vindicates a lot of people who have been following blockchain and crypto. If you're just now learning about it, subscribe, like our channel. We look forward to sharing a lot of more update market information, but also instructional. If anyone saw, I don't know if you noticed, Ryan, but the Trezor screen popped up in the middle of the conversation. So we will be doing instructionals on how to use Trezors and download wallets and engage in liquidity providing and DeFi and all sorts of fun stuff. So if you like to learn about that and you'd like to support the channel, check out below. And what else? Oh, it's still Ryan's birthday month. So don't forget, you can send him direct love for the Virgo, doing his analytical research to bring all this news up to date for you. Let's see if I
Much
missed.
appreciated.
Am I missing it? We do live streams on Monday. And am I missing anything else, brother?
No, I think you got it all.
Other than that, I would say, oh, this is it. Bullish news. I mean, Bank of America, legacy finance. Just a couple years ago, JP Morgan, Jamie Dimon saying it's a fraud, it's a scam. And now we're having large, financial intermediate banks come out and say this is a technology that its potential, and not only is it amazing, it's difficult to overstate how incredible this new market's going to be. So this, whether regulation shocks prices and creates some volatility in the short run, the reality is we are looking at a technology that's going to be around for a long time. It's just the beginning. So it's great to start your journey and take your time. Knowledge is power. Until the next time, I'm going to say have a beautiful day and namaste.
Thanks.
All right. I can end the recording on this. Give me a second.
Cool. Do you want to set a marker or something?